So, have you ever needed to run one of those super powerful open source AI models in a real app, but you need it to be like actually fast and easy for developers? Well, you're in the right place because today we are diving deep into Fireworks AI. It's a platform that's making some serious noise as the go-to solution for anyone who needs speed, reliability, and the best open models out there.
But before we can really get what Fireworks is all about, we gotta talk about the problem it was built to solve. And honestly, it's a hurdle pretty much every developer hits the moment they try to take a cool AI experiment off their laptop and make it, live.
I mean, think about it for a second. It's one thing to get a model like Llama 3 working on your own computer. It feels amazing, it's doing cool stuff. But the second you try to wrap a real live application around it for actual users, whoa, the game completely changes. Yeah, it's because you're suddenly dealing with two completely different worlds. At home, on your machine, a slow response is okay. A complicated setup is just part of the fun of tinkering. But in production, your app just cannot fail. It needs to be lightning fast for a good user experience, it has to be rock-solid reliable, and it needs to handle tons of users without breaking a sweat. And that gap is where projects go to die.
So how do you actually cross that chasm without, hiring a whole team of infrastructure wizards? Well, this is exactly where Fireworks AI comes into the picture. They offer a solution built just for this: managed inference for open models.
So at its heart, Fireworks AI is basically a production-ready platform that does all the heavy lifting of running these huge open-source AI models for you. It handles the inference, which is just the fancy word for getting a response from the model, and gives it to you through a simple, fast, and super reliable API. So you get to use incredible models like Llama and Mixtral without ever thinking about the servers.
Probably the best way to wrap your head around this is with an analogy. Trying to host an AI model yourself, that's like deciding to build and run your own data center. Yeah, you get total control, but it is crazy complex, it's expensive, and when a server crashes at 3 a.m., that's your problem. Fireworks AI, on the other hand, is like using managed web hosting. You get to focus on your app, the thing you're actually good at, and they handle all the gnarly infrastructure stuff. You just get a fast API.
Okay, so how do they actually do it? How does Fireworks deliver that kind of speed and reliability that you need for production? Well, it really boils down to three key pillars that all work together.
Pillar number one is their model catalog. Now, this isn't just some random list. It's a hand-picked, curated library of the best and most powerful open source models out there, all ready to go. We're talking Llama 3, Mixtral, code-specific models. They're all optimized and just waiting for you. No downloads, no setup, just a simple API call away.
The second pillar, and this is arguably the most important one, is fast inference. This is really the heart and soul of the platform. Fireworks has this incredibly optimized engine that's built from the ground up to run these giant models with super low latency. This is the magic that makes things like real-time chatbots feel instant and snappy, not laggy and frustrating.
And that brings us to pillar number 3, the developer experience. Because let's be real, the fastest engine in the world is useless if it's impossible to use. Fireworks nails this. They give you an API that's compatible with OpenAI's, which is a huge deal. It means you can often switch your existing code over with just one line. Add in great documentation, SDKs, and a testing playground, and it's just a dream to work with. And all of this really proves that Fireworks isn't just a toy for weekend projects. It is built for the real world. It has all the serious enterprise-grade features you need. We're talking rate limiting, usage tracking, billing controls, and even SLAs, service level agreements that guarantee uptime. This is the stuff that lets you sleep at night.
Okay, so let's get practical. This all sounds fantastic, but how do you actually know if Fireworks AI is the right call for your project?
All right, let's go through a quick checklist. You should absolutely be looking at Fireworks if your main goal is getting fast, reliable access to the best open source models. It's a no-brainer if you want to skip the nightmare of managing your own infrastructure, and if you just want a clean, developer-friendly API. It's perfect for deploying chatbots or any AI service that needs to scale. But hey, let's be honest, it's not the perfect tool for every single job. If your app absolutely positively has to use a specific proprietary model like GPT-4, well, you gotta go to OpenAI for that. And if you're one of those people who genuinely loves the challenge and total control of self-hosting everything, then a managed platform like this might not be your cup of tea. All right, let's zoom out for a second. Fireworks doesn't exist in a bubble. It's actually part of this really exciting, fast-growing, competitive landscape of AI inference platforms.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting because you can see the different trade-offs you have to make as a developer. Over here, you have Grok, who are just the undisputed champions of raw speed. If you need the absolute lowest latency possible, that's your go-to. Then you have OpenAI, with their best-in-class proprietary models and an incredible developer experience. And right in the middle, you have Fireworks, carving out this perfect sweet spot. It gives you very fast access to the whole universe of open source models with a developer experience that everyone raves about. It's for the people who want that open source freedom without the infrastructure headache.
So really, when you put it all together, the key takeaway is that Fireworks offers this incredibly powerful, balanced solution. It's not just another API, it's a platform that's designed to completely remove the infrastructure barrier, letting you build amazing things with open source AI in a way that developers just love.
And you know, all of this leads to a pretty fascinating question about the future. As platforms like Fireworks make AI infrastructure this powerful and this easy to use, are we heading towards a world where managed inference just becomes the default way everyone builds AI apps? Is self-hosting going to become a super niche thing only for the most extreme edge cases? It's definitely something to think about.